over here. Let me just get your eyes.
No.
I
Come
just
on.
want to get the light on your
9
eyes.
hours of labor. Howard, it's our baby.
What in the actual duck? Okay, let's get this straight. So Darcey, a human woman by the way, got together with a talking space duck and gave birth to, oh, my bad, you don't give birth to eggs, and laid a freaking egg. Hey, you guys at Marvel, here's an idea for this episode's title. What if? This is not okay! Seriously though, what is Marvel's obsession with making Howard the Duck clap human women? I mean, this shit is crazy wild, but I don't know, maybe the animation makes it look tamer than it actually is. So let's look at it this way. An alternate version of this Darcey from the Thor movies falls in love with and bangs this alien duck. And lays his egg. Come on, just look at this thing. It's bigger than the average ostrich egg. And she laid this. What are we even doing here, man? I'm gonna be sick. You know, the What If series as a whole has got to be Marvel's biggest post-Endgame misstep so far. I mean, the amount of potential the writers of this show had at the tips of their fingers was beyond limitless. The vision was clear as fucking day. Make an anthology series based on various Marvel characters. They could play around with the lives of anybody they wanted. Make it cool. They could have done anything. That is why it will forever boggle my mind how hard they managed to fuck this up. This particular episode though wasn't just disappointing, it left me feeling extremely unsettled, and so I want to talk about it. Now this is one of those topics YouTube would rather we just not talk about and could get me in trouble. So I am going to try to be as cryptic as possible here because I don't want my channel nuked from existence. So in regards to the things I'm about to say,
if you don't get it, forget about it.
But I am sure you guys are gonna get it. But just in case you are still confused after watching the video, you can
Go and ask your grandfather.
Okay, so to the best of my knowledge, one of the most important factors that make human-animal conversations a problem is the fact that animals cannot consent to having the discourse. Hope you're following. Good. So I'm guessing the 3 dickwads who wrote this episode and the 4th dickhead who directed it all gathered in their coven one night and said to themselves, guys, even though Howard the Duck is, you know, a duck, he does have the mental capacity to consent to chatting with a human, right? So if you think about it, technically it would be okay for him to communicate with Darcey. Huh? Yeah, let's put that in the show. But here is the thing, you dumbasses, the problems associated with this phenomenon go beyond the animal's ability to agree to the shit. Because let's say you take a dip in the river one day, and one of those horny ass dolphins come at you like, in a situation like that, would it be considered okay to talk to a dolphin? Because technically, the dolphin did not just consent to the act, it freaking initiated it. And by y'all's logic, that should make it okay, right?
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
A lot of times, people tend to turn all their focus to the animal's inability to hold a conversation, often forgetting how dangerous it is for the human, especially in cases where it is a woman receiving the message from the animal. What animals have for night wings is 100% of the time not designed to visit a human woman's West Virginia. Wink wink. And ducks are no exception. For those of you who don't know, a male duck's microphone is built like a freaking corkscrew. During a live performance, the male duck, or Drake quickly inserts its microphone into the female's mixer, releases its jazz music, pulls out the mic, and that's it. Yeah, they only stick in their mic once and it only lasts for like a second and a half tops. Fun fact though, a duck's microphone can reach as long as 12 inches, making them one of the few animals that can easily give themselves headphones. What did you think I was saying, YouTube? Now, a 12-inch microphone might seem like it could at least be a lot of fun for a lady DJ like Darcey. But when you consider that the whole live performance only lasts for a fraction of a second, but then comes with a high chance of her catching a plethora of zoonotic diseases and the very high possibility of physically damaging her hometown of Virginia, then you might begin to understand that the negatives associated with attending a rave party in Zootopia far exceeds the animal's invitation alone. One thing that really pissed me off after watching this episode is the fact that for the most part, the What If series seems to be targeted towards a younger audience. From the mostly goofy atmosphere of the scenes to the silly and many times even dumb plot lines of the episodes, the show does not seem to take itself very seriously. And since it might come off as a bit too cringe for most adults to sit through, one might assume it would make a good watch for kids. But then you get to season 3 episode 4 and see the result of actual MCU canon. I mean, who was this even made for? It's not furries because Howard is a duck. Ducks are birds and birds don't have fur. They have feathers. So who? Featheries? I am not even going to look up if that's a real thing or not. Now back to my point. Imagine if a child's first introduction to the concept of animality is this episode of What If, where it is portrayed as this wonderful union of love that is destined to hatch the fucking chicken chosen one. God forbid, but you might catch them back at the barnyard next week. Which brings me to my next ache with this episode, because thank goodness gracious that human-animal pitch matings scientifically cannot produce any Zootopia sequels featuring half humans. So how the hell did Darcey even lay an egg? I'm not sure if the brain-dead writers of this show even know this, but human women do actually have eggs in them. They just don't come out of women like those of birds because mammals don't operate like that. If Howard the Duck were to have a personal discourse with Darcey and somehow manage to fertilize the farmland in her Virginia, which in itself is already wrong in so many ways, she should not, in fact, she cannot lay an egg. Because even though Howard is a bird, she isn't. Her body cannot produce an eggshell. The eggs in human women cannot fossilize and become a shell. It cannot. It's not possible. Period. And in the situation where they were to actually make a Zootopia sequel child, that offspring would be plagued with more abnormalities than a 37th generation stereotypical Sweet Home Alabama baby. Because a quick Google search will educate I'm dying, bro. A quick Google search will educate you on the fact that crossbreeding animals from different species always comes with a bunch of complications, from shorter lifespans to physical defects and all-round health issues. Just ask about all those laggers and tigers, you'll see. It's actually kind of sad when you know about it. And I am pretty sure humans are further away from ducks, and yes, especially the alien ones in the gene pool than lions are from tigers. Oh yeah, one last thing before I leave though. So I did a lot of research while making this video, and from what I read online, I have come to the understanding that women's Virginias actually expand after childbirth, and they do take some months to regain their original tightness. My point now is, if Darcey was able to push out an egg that big, her Virginia must be as wide as the fucking Grand Canyon right about now. Happy New Year everyone, I hope you're all settling into 2025 nice and cozy. Quick announcement before I end the video. Moving forward, I will be focusing more on long form videos. So any feedback from you, any feedback at all about this video would be highly appreciated. Feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments down below. I will still make some shorts every now and then, but the longs will be where I really pour my heart and soul. So if you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, that's about it. Once again, Happy New Year, I wish you all the best and see you all next time. Peace.